In the late 1990s, the residents of Ozersk, the city formerly known as the secret nuclear site Chelyabinsk-65, were given a historic choice. The new Russian government, in the spirit of democracy and openness, proposed to remove the barbed wire, dismiss the armed guards, or can make Ozersk a normal city. They expected the residents to celebrate their freedom, but instead, the people of Ozersk voted overwhelmingly to keep their city closed. They chose the fence. They chose to stay in their prison. Why? To understand the fence choice, you have to understand what life was like in post-Soviet Russia. The 1990s were a time of extreme chaos, rampant crime, and crushing poverty. For many Russians, the freedom of the new era felt more like a descent into madness. But inside the closed cities, things were different. The fence provided more than just security. It provided stability. Inside the wire, there was no organized crime. There were no homeless people. The streets were safe. The schools were still good. And there was a sense of community that had disappeared in the rest of the country. For the residents of Ozersk, the fence wasn't a barrier to the world. It was a shield against it. There was also a deep-seated psychological attachment to their elite identity. For decades, the people of the secret cities had been told they were special, the chosen guardians of the Soviet state. The closed status of their city was a badge of honor, a sign that their work was still important and that they were still part of an elite society. To open the city would be to admit that they were just like everyone else. This phenomenon isn't unique to Ozersk. Many of the remaining ZATOs, closed administrative-territorial formations in Russia, continue to operate under special restrictions. They are cities that have consciously chosen to remain outside the normal flow of Russian life. They are islands of the Soviet past in the middle of a modern world. The fence choice is a powerful symbol of the enduring legacy of the Soviet mindset. It shows how deeply the culture of secrecy and state-sponsored privilege was ingrained in the people who lived in the white archipelago. For them, the certainty of the cage was more comfortable than the uncertainty of the wild. Today, these closed cities are a unique and often misunderstood part of Russia. They are places where the past is preserved, where the values of the Cold War are still alive, where the fence is seen as a symbol of protection rather than oppression. They are living monuments to a time when a superpower tried to build a perfect, secret world. And in some ways, they succeeded. But the world outside the fence is changing. Yes, and the secret cities are facing new challenges. As the old generation of nuclear scientists retires, the younger generation is less willing to live in isolation. The struggle between the desire for security and the desire for freedom is playing out behind the barbed wire of the ZATOs. In our final video, we're going to step back and look at the big picture. What is the overall legacy of the Soviet secret cities? And how do the echoes of this invisible empire continue to shape the world today?